Hello friends, I've got some great news about the tank behind me. I've had the best possible outcome with the adding of a new cichlid to the 300-gallon aquarium. Let's go ahead and get into it, and also at the end of the video I'll tell you about what I'm going to do with the quarantine tank that cichlid was previously in before I added him to the 300-gallon. Let's go ahead and get into it. So as you know, I acquired just over a month ago a dream fish of mine, an Otopharynx tetrastigma, one of my favorite all-time African cichlids for a variety of reasons. One is the finnage, the beautiful fin display, the shape, and of course the wonderful color of this fish, and also the temperament of this fish. It is a very mellow fish. It holds its own. It doesn't allow itself necessarily to be bullied, but it doesn't really look for trouble. Now, when I first put him in the tank, he got the usual cichlid greeting, the usual welcome to the neighborhood from the other fish who were curious about who he was and what he was doing there. He was added after a feeding, so everybody had a full belly, and the lights were turned off, and I stayed in the fish room watching very closely. I spent a good part of today just watching the tank and making sure that he wasn't being picked on or destroyed. A lot of fish checked him out. The gar, some of the newer, smaller fish, like the gar and the Taiwan reef, some of the fish that were kind of low on the pecking order, it seemed like it was most important to them to make sure that this new addition knew that they were not just going to come in and horn in on their spot, even though it was low in the scheme of things. The bigger fish that I would be most concerned about because of their just size, weight, and destructive ability, like the Buccochromis rhodesiae yellow. He was doing a lot of his normal guarding of the left side of the aquarium, but interestingly enough, when the wave maker, that Cichlids wave maker that I have in there that pumps out about 3,500 gallons an hour and is on a timer, when that kicked on, all of his aggression and corralling fish to one side of the tank, all of that stopped, and everybody was just sort of scattered all over the aquarium the way I like to see them. It looks like if you give them a bigger problem, their attention goes off of their tank mates. And in this case, the bigger problem was handling the tsunami that was being created inside the aquarium with water moving at 3,500 gallons per hour. So overall, he's doing great. I'm not seeing any damage. The damage I'd be concerned about would be, of course, fin damage, in particular to the tail, and also damage to the side of the body if he was taking any hard hits that would dislodge or knock off scales, or damage to the lips from lip locking, or to the eyes from getting hit directly on an eye. I'm not seeing any of that. All I'm seeing is that little teeny nip that he has on his dorsal that was there on the day I got him. I was told about that nip by Brandon Wood. Brandon sent me this fish, and thank you, Brandon. He's a great fish, a great attitude, a lot of courage, and was eating well and blossomed very nicely in his quarantine tank for a little over 4 weeks, and is now doing great in this 300-gallon. Now, what's going to happen to that quarantine tank? I'm going to be getting some fish, and I'm not going to say what fish, but I will say that I was contacted by my friend Fritz over at Beantown, and we're working something out, and the fish are going to be spectacular. Am I going to put him into that 29-gallon? We'll see. That might be a little small. We'll see what I end up doing with those fish, but it's going to be a great addition to the 300-gallon behind me. So thanks Andre for reaching out to me. I'm looking forward to that next adventure, and you folks stay tuned. You're going to love the fish. that are going to be added to this 300, making it a better stocked aquarium for being an aquarium of that size. All right, so thank you to all of you who've been watching me in this ongoing adventure, not just with the 300, but with the entire fish room. And thanks to all of you for your ongoing support, your subscribing, your thumbs up, your comments. Some of you become patrons, some of you join me on Saturday for the live streams. You're all very appreciated. All right, that's it for me. A quick update. I'll leave you with a little footage about, a little footage on my new Otopharynx tetrastigma, one of the most awesome African cichlids out of Lake Malawi. Thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye.